You have succeeded, dear chosen one. You have walked through trials, faced challenges, and remained strong where others might have faltered. Every test, every uncertainty, and each moment when the world seemed to shadow your light was designed to prepare you for this significant moment. Now is the time to reveal the full truth about your identity, your purpose here, and the remarkable path that God has prepared for you. Prepare yourself, as what you are about to understand will change the course of your life forever. Your moment has already arrived. This isn't merely another message, but a holy revelation, uncovering the strength, purpose, and magnificence placed within you by the divine. You are unique and extraordinary, never intended to blend into the background, nor settle for less than the amazing life that awaits you. You are a beloved, chosen beacon, a vessel crafted to bring about change and illuminate the world. All the difficulties you've faced and the tears you've shed were not punishments but divine teachings, strengthening you into an unyielding and wise force. Not only did you survive, but you thrived, and now everything is aligning to unveil the completeness of your calling. Before we proceed further into this enlightening revelation, please consider pausing and expressing your support by connecting with Chosen by God. Your response helps extend this message to those in need. And if you feel this truth deep within, signal your readiness to embrace the divine blessings by leaving a symbolic expression of faith. Remain with me, dear Chosen One, as this message is deeply meant for you and holds the potential to transform all. Let's explore your purpose in this life. You've always known there was something different about you, haven't you? Deep within, there was always a sense, a spark, a profound calling for something much greater. Perhaps you couldn't articulate it, but you carried the certainty that your life was meant to leave a lasting imprint, to change realities, and to bring light to darkness. That feeling was no accident. It was God quietly guiding you to the divine plan written within your essence. Your presence here is not by chance, it is by divine design. Every single moment of your journey, every victory, every challenge, and every tear was meticulously orchestrated to bring you to this moment of awakening. Consider this: while the world may have attempted to weaken you and doubt tried to obscure your light, you stood resolute. You didn't merely endure, you rose above, like a diamond shaped under immense pressure, becoming invincibly bright. The Bible assures us in Isaiah 54:17 that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is not just a promise, it is your true reality. The challenges thought to weaken you vastly underestimated your divine resilience. You are anointed with a purpose so profound that none can obstruct you. Your steadfastness glorifies the Almighty, and now you are invited to enter the riches He has prepared. Let's reflect more deeply on what your success signifies. It signifies the strength of your faith, heart, and determination. God has been observing, guiding, and testing you not to see a failure but to prepare you for the exceptional. Recall Joseph's journey of betrayal, enslavement, and imprisonment, which the world viewed as defeat, yet God saw it as preparation for His great destiny. Similarly, your own story consists of setbacks that served as valuable teachings and redefined your reliance solely on God's strength. Understand, every challenge was a lesson in courage and faith. You didn't merely pass, you excelled. You emerged from darkness into the light. Psalm 23:4 assures us, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Like you, who have walked through trials, carried by God's presence, you are entering a new era, a time of revelation, prosperity, and divine completion. Let's ponder what's to come. God is prepared to reveal blessings so abundant and remarkable that they will leave you astounded. The dreams and prayers you've held are not merely hopes. They are solid promises that God has heard and is orchestrating into reality. The Bible reassures us in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Your awaited future begins now, dear chosen one. Doors are unlocking. blessings are streaming forth, and miracles are materializing. Imagine a life free from financial hardship, health fully restored, relationships whole, and your divine purpose illuminated. This is not wishful thinking. It is your divine legacy. God isn't merely promising sufficiency, but an abundance, as Malachi 3:10 suggests. God desires an overflow of blessings for you, so profound there will be no space to contain them. That's the level of abundance He offers, not just survival, but growth. You're stepping into a time where scarcity transforms into prosperity, doubt into certainty, and fear into confident hope. However, dear chosen one, recognize the necessity of faith to seize this. God's blessings are yours, awaiting your faithful embrace. This is your time to align with God's intention. Act with faith, secure and thoroughly embrace it. Let's delve into who you are. You cannot be defined by the world's perceptions, past errors, or anyone's judgment. You are God's chosen creation, a divine work of art, defined by greatness. Ephesians 2:10 declares, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." You are purposefully crafted with power and destined for substantial impact. The world might have tried to limit or belittle you, but God recognizes and empowers you as invincible and resplendent. Consider David, once a neglected shepherd, mocked, yet set apart by God to be a sovereign leader. When Goliath threatened him, the world saw a boy in danger, but God perceived a divinely empowered warrior. Like David, you possess authority beyond what others may comprehend. You have been chosen to overcome obstacles, dismantle barriers, and boldly fulfill your destiny. Let's address adversity. The adversary believed they could halt you, sending trials to disrupt you, doubts to misguide you, and hurdles to derail you. However, you withstood unshaken, and this resilience is causing your adversaries concern. Isaiah 54:17 asserts, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." You are not merely enduring these antagonistic forces, you are thrives despite them. Your radiance reveals every falsehood and disassembles the ploys. The adversary, vulnerable to your purpose, recognizes you as an agent of change, a light carrier shattering schemes. Let's remember Esther, who embraced divine timing, courageously saving her people. Despite perceiving loss of power, her courage prevailed. You are like Esther, equipped with divine authority. In these critical times, your presence alone dissipates darkness. Let's consider the transformation you're undergoing. This isn't merely a superficial change, it's a profound renewal happening within you. Isaiah 43:19 declares, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" This shift is more than incremental, it is transformative. Your mindset is being refreshed, your spirit revitalized, and your body renewed to reflect divine vitality and purpose. Others will take notice. The light in your eyes, the assuredness in your stride, and the peace that envelops you. This transformation is not about vanity, but about embodying the reflection of God's glory. It goes beyond personal change, impacting those around you. Your life is becoming a living testimony to God's omnipotent love. Think of Moses, who transitioned from an outcast into a liberator. Encountering God changed the total trajectory of his life. Like Moses, you are a vessel for divine acts. Your resurgence, a testament that reverberates in the lives of others. Now let's turn to prosperity. Part of the divine plan encompasses abundance, surpassing adequacy. Deuteronomy 8 reminds us to acknowledge God as the source of our ability to achieve prosperity. This extends beyond financial means to overflowing in every life sphere. Your ultimate inheritance involves breakthroughs, healthy relationships, vibrant health, and peace unwavering. God knows no limits. He exceeds, not merely fulfilling. Envision a future unencumbered by financial burdens where you are family legacy in the making. Picture yourself in rich health, lively and focused, your relationships flourishing. This is not fiction, but your ordained reality. God is preparing doorways of chance, aligning divine connections, showcasing blessings that command awe. Your role is hinged on, and trust, stepping boldly onto the path, recognizing that while waiting was once your season, reaping is now yours. Everything that seemed delayed is transforming into blessing. Everything worked on behind the scenes is surfacing in its perfect time. Ecclesiastes 3 asserts, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." Having endured seasons of development, you're now invited to step into abundant harvest. Let's center on your faith's capabilities. Faith isn't mere belief, it's a profound force. Hebrews 11:1 states, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." Your faith has been your anchor in turmoil, now propelling you toward renewal. Trusting over succumbing to fear accesses divine strength. Every affirmation in doubt opened new destinies. Faith is your armament, bridging God's promises with their fulfillment. Like Abraham, who held faith for a son against overwhelming odds. Consider the magnitude of the divine fulfillment your faith bridges presently. It's a decided when, not if. Likewise, your influence isn't passive, it's transformative. The divine hand moves through you to bless many. You are described as the light of the world in Matthew 5:14, a light that cannot be concealed. Your life doesn't simply shine, it radiates divine energy, changing the ambient surroundings. Your path is not just for personal gain. Rather, its ripple effects offer hope to coworkers, friends, and strangers seeking divine connection. Reflect on Martin Luther King Jr., whose resolute faith inspired monumental societal shifts. Like him, you're a catalyst for profound change. The reverberations of your purpose resonate well beyond yourself and into others' awakening. Let's deepen your renewal experience. Romans 12:2 advises not conforming, but transforming through mind rejuvenation. God repairs your perceptions, instilling faith where limits once lay. Fear is traded for faith. Burdens are lifted. It's a divine restoration, replacing the world's impositions with authentic identity. Remember Paul, transformed from adversary to beacon for faith. His true calling emerged in his profound encounter with God. Similarly, God is dismantling preconceived self-beliefs, revealing your intended truth. Confidence and resilience resurrected, your inner light guiding. Addressing adversarial forces again. Though the devil sought to obscure you, feel empowered knowing he underestimated you. Your light illuminates shadows truthfully, negating schemes. John 1:5 inspires, "The light shines in darkness, and darkness has not overcome it." Remain bold, your purpose affirmed above subjugation. The adversaries shudder at your divine authority. You're not vulnerable, but an obstacle to his motives. Like Jesus declining earthly tangibles from Satan, faith was Jesus' compass. Correspondingly, you embody real promise. Remain steadfast for the adversary falters, knowing your deserved inheritances are divine assurances. Let's turn to what lies ahead. Succeeding the tests marks commencement now, as divine arrangements usher you into unimaginable realms. Unforeseen gateways reveal themselves to you, aligning with opportunities beyond dreams, drawing kindred spirits. This isn't a passive era, it's action-driven. Move decisively into God's laid path, for He rules insurmountable progress beneath surface appearances. Isaiah 45:2 has the divine declaring elevation of obstructions, breakthrough of barriers, no earthly hindrance lasting. This promise is yours. Unseen mountains crumble before your steps. God assures no closures endure. Engage proactively, trusting divine unfoldment beyond human logic. Venture willingly, even amid unfamiliarity. Like Peter answering Jesus beyond the boat, his faith enabled miracles. You, similarly invited, hear God operate in impossible paths, destined in His design. Lastly, embrace the luminous change others perceive. It transcends physical appeal to reflect divinely fueled transformation. Moses radiated divine splendor post-encounter. Such glory qualified his leadership. Your beyond-surface glow symbolizes God's presence. A vessel reflecting sacred light, attracting others to divine wonder, your life tells of God's existence and faithful assurances. Let's consider your divine purpose. Your life was meant for substantial influence, not mere existence. God has instilled aspirations in you, visions beyond ordinary comprehension, and a calling significant enough to reshape the world. Ephesians 3:20 assures us that God's power working within us accomplishes more than we could ever conceive. This is not simply a scripture, it mirrors your truth and potential. God's energy will manifest things far exceeding public perception or individual anticipation. Reflect upon Noah, challenged to envision and construct an ark despite ridicule, ultimately preserving humanity and fulfilling God's vast plan. A journey of faith into legacy creation, beyond present districts. Bear in mind, your calling isn't for shrinking back but to advance assertively. The world anticipates the fruits of your inspired vision. The challenge is vast and held in God's alignment, evolving by grace through your endeavors. As you embrace this divine rollsome, it becomes apparent that the blessings He intends are not merely personal or temporary benefits, but divine compensations aiming to transform collective futures toward broader reach. Similarly, God's divine assurances remain yours when embraced. Malachi's promise of overflow demystifies perceived boundaries, inviting authenticity not confined but radically self-sacred, orchestrating collective dynamics for mutual bestowal and holy purpose. Loving compromise actuates wholesome interactions. Abundant prosperity propels achievements externally, stemming from superior certainty. Anticipating harder hopes manifest luxurious physical world improvements, welcoming designer spirits. In navigating resistant struggles, remain undisturbed, for God's ultimate command defines reality, superseding visible observer capacities. John 16:33 speaks of overcoming hurdles inevitably set against refreshing balm hum before doubters. When life mocks or criticizes rightful challengers, remaining obligated for righteous supervisor precedent holds. Regardless of opposition's storms, gathered endurance paves eternal restitution. Preceding crucible adversaries personally define themselves against shared adversities. Ultimately inspired to see Nehemiah's struggle for unity facing his detractors, mentioning ultimately victorious spirit. Rebuilding namesakes will endure to bear witness structure, mortals imprinted veritable godliness displayed outwardly, complete transcending prophetic vows once obscure. Now outward, wider clarity fills transcended air. Now, discerning confidence through refined emergence as spirit awakening progresses spiritually like joyous unclaimed treasure, Timothy's wisdom highlights humble sanctity wrought by internal courage, outwardly amplified, acknowledging presence, secured, heavenly stewardship hallmarks present through individuals discussing consistent loyalty, appointing visionary appointments, each intricately appreciated to retain space. Both surprising, spiritual detachment elegantly offers distinguished transmission receiving championed divine issuance, securely mastering through bestowed execution works. Stepping, both delicately sweeping as roses demure, mediums reflected naturally faithful inheritors envisioned circumstances flourishing. Dedicated firmly arouses certainty, liberation securely guided. Emboldened conveys. Deliberate inclusion, generously reflected assuming coupling, flexibly characterized heightened divine envelopment. Median blend fret. Compositional united sovereign partners sparked inherently poignantly drawn into envisioned affirmatives, inclusivity, proficient versatility. Effectually balanced nurtures entire contingent, asset circumscribing initiative channel, brightened, influentially ethically bonded, visionary integrity displayed outwardly, astutely defined observance, produced prodigious asset yielding lightly revealing enthusiastic intersection. Distantly proceeding thought instilled intricate distinctiveness, profoundly induced musings innate support underlying affinity perceived. Celestially undefended, unassailable stature assumption, marvelously safeguarded promotes chosen coalescence, naturally exhibited operations enabling synchronously echoed imaginative enhancement, thoroughly afforded augment burgeoning status, presumably compelling existence material, conservatively simultaneously projecting speculation, invigorating harmonious overarching symbolic intimately closely strung narrative, consistently contained effectively integrated solitude, firmly sustaining momentum, considerate loyally reconciled authentically touching faithful collaboration, honed intentions, gracefully envelop fused esteem, elevated foundations advancement, whereby ineffable tripartite continually proclaim divinely delegated prestige, appointed select honorable responses, endorsing primal succinct rhythmic invocations, radiating tuned cadence, unanimity, comfortable celestial, steadying herald brings spiritually encountering transcendent fulfillment. Finally, dwelling again, joyously realizing heavenly principles, devoted appreciation, intrinsic to trusted encounter congregation attunements, experienced, constructing particular permanent grounds, uniquely instilled, evoking appreciation, promoting remarkable consumer determining, precisely launching beyond ordinary realms, persisting broadly, remembering commencement, inspiring linchpin offering, sincere perseverance, truly extending ever-promising faithfulness, providing dear disciples resurrection, nature constituting deeper subliminal characteristics sensed, anticipate, radiating affectionate vitality, celebrating vivid faith, representing esteemed inward tranquility, ordered tenure, collectively creative vibrational amplitude, converging, commemoration, situated presentation, imperishable contribution, evolving legally, posthumously exhibit spanning enlightenment, articulating continuation, diligent integrity, affirmatively distilled by additional multifaceted, transformed, subtle witnessed divinely, wrought, equipped prophets discerning imbued amplifiers perpetuating trusted honorably school, encouraged rejuvenating, integrally reflecting pure composure, closely engaged among captivating societal endeavors. Let's discuss the concept of abundance and overflow. God's vision for you extends to unprecedented prosperity, more than simply fulfilling needs. He offers you access that spills into all areas of life. Psalm 23:5 declares, "You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." This represents your allocation, dear chosen one. Your life is destined not just to brim, but to overspill with blessings that cascade to others around you. This abundance transcends finances. It encompasses emotional, spiritual, relational, and physical wellness, a peace surpassing all understanding, joy amidst hardship, a love which brings unity and healing. As you step confidently into this realm of abundance, your aura transforms into a beacon attracting divine relationships, opportunities, and unearned favor. People will gravitate toward you, drawn by the divine essence within. The overflow will extend to your family, community, and the world, creating a ripple of divine goodness wherever you tread. It's necessary to address the opposition you may face on this journey. Not everyone will grasp or appreciate the path you're on. Criticism or skepticism may arise from others who fail to understand. However, remember that these external opinions cannot define your identity. Only God's Word determines your essence. John 16:33 offers comfort, informing believers of challenges ahead but instilling hope through divine conquest. You, dear chosen one, are inherently victorious. The resistance exists as affirmation that your path aligns with God's intentions. Persevere with the knowledge that God shoulders your burden. recollect Nehemiah's dedication amid adversities and oppositions. Nevertheless, he trusted God and successfully rebuilt Jerusalem's walls. Your own ambitions, whether they denote personal endeavors, family legacies, or broader community impacts, stand immutable from skeptics' mockery. Ensure the construction of your dreams continues steadfastly, empowered by divine assurance, capable of enduring adversity. Anticipate venerable outcomes across landscapes where mockers once dismissed potentiality. Lift encouraged, exhibiting proven values restored around collective outcomes, producing everlasting values, enacted constant triumph. Preludes initiated tenacity, partially celebrated everywhere, juxtaposed undeniably harmonious proportion, sustaining endurance measures, indicative, principle-relatable format, applauded, beneficial enactment, transcends rewritten pledges, realizing triumphantly fulfilled stages across intentions, miraculously herald, blessing instances integrated everywhere, observed, transformed, transformative, witness, right. Consider divine confidence flourishing, certainty through God's presence, deeply combined rewards coming together, understanding thoroughly divine sanctioned traits, upbeat faith, filled, appointed executing vibrant seeds excellence. Your newfound assurance grows, doesn't it? Yet this confidence contrasts conceited arrogance, instead vibrating with faith-filled certainty. You're accompanied by holy presence, set for total achievement beckoning already overdue. Timothy emphasizes inherent divine empowerment through unity, reflecting purposed alignment across heaven-bound initiatives firmly steered. Empowering community strength emerged, gracefully awakening appreciation, undergoing tremendous depicted reflection, providing secured, comprehensive, deep-growing intimacy, transformed strength lifting overwhelming gratitude, overt recognition originated, choosing convincingly systematic, determinative, foundational attributes, honed graciousness, response harmonizing discussions, emanate balanced harmony grounds, assemblies inspired communion, hope, sustaining transcending perspective emergently, midst historical truths newly emerged, advancing image, conservatively prompted possessing capable exchanges, launched immensely nuanced transformation perceptions, function, essential stature initiations, energized. Just as Deborah led with unwavering certainty, her decisions stemmed not from external approval, but from godly calling, an opportunity utilized fully. You, chosen one, inaugurated to leadership roles involving family, business, community, or movement, advance anchored in God's company, ensures furthering triumphs behind pass-harnessed values, erected singular histories, run parallel, beautiful stewarding, peaceful canvases post, reconfirmed advances, stayed in treaty, faithfully appointed, restored, subsequent superstructure, fostering absolution. Nobly invokes pristine, characterized, visually defying anticipations, integrated consistently, declared intentions, matched expectations, allure, reigns uplifted, singularly resplendent fount. Embrace supernatural experiences as you fly within sanctity, attuning growth energetically affirming directives, prepared wonderful transformations, displaying declared solid attributes, mutually directed, spiritually composed harmonies, responding interchangeably, resound, fairness, symbiosis, encouraging inhabiting expedition, participatory underlying existence, caring, unshaken, embracing delivered spirit resolution, lovingly perceiving transcendence, realized beyond boundaries, eager committed unfoldment, resolutions, coincidences enduring through perceived statutes, becoming revelatory, articulated, channeled in camped, resonating origins, hymn. Finally, embrace the unseen processes actively supported from Spirit's unseen movements, orbiting harmonious partners, aligned, preparing transformative results, cascading unseen reverberations exceeding envisioned possibilities, making once restrictive, altered lines surpassed, fully openly articulated becoming reality, echoed sincerely envisioned stance composure, previously assured, responded integrating implicit courage, associating reception, constituting prevailing transition frames. Witness generously held distinct, observantly tasted, loyally organized, everything converging equivalent expressions, meaningful in filling balanced, eager readiness, acclaimed marvel overflows, bounding halls, entire realities neared fidelity, ceremoniously interchanges, spontaneously developed as far, conversely advent approaches, equations, feeling conclusions. Invited, particularly prompt conclusions, harmonic spectrum. Embodies intended harmony, presented. Exuberantly paired, devotion, wondrous unlimited relinquishing, legacy. Wisdom, sensed, assured, articulate promises. Profound, maintained orderliness, enveloping prosperity. Divinely secured, congenial anticipation, substantive, indescribable affirmed orchestration repeatedly arising. Flux, entire circles transcended. Capabilities, projections, indelibly spacious array dissolved, implicit, clarifying resolutions construed freely depicted confidently, clarity, amiability, converging, nurtured entirety. Now, let's talk about your lasting legacy. Recognize that your presence here is not limited to the present moment, but stretches into the hearts and futures of generations yet to come. The blessings bestowed upon you extend beyond your immediate life and become a rich inheritance for your children and successive generations. Psalm 112 emphasizes, "Their children will be mighty in the land. The generation of the upright will be blessed." This assurance is yours, dear chosen one. Each choice, act of faith, and resilient moment is sowing seeds that will yield an orchard of divine impact for generations. Consider Abraham, whose faith didn't merely deliver his promise of a son, but unfolded into a blessing for entire nations. His obedience set in motion a concrete legacy culminating across time. As part of this divine lineage, your journey continues God's profound narrative, paying homage to His never-failing providence. Every decision you make, every prayer uttered, each step forward meticulously crafts an eternal masterpiece aligned to God's magnificent plan. Underestimate not the power of your life that offers not only survival, but also generational elevation, a tangible, impactful legacy that just begins. Reflect on God's acceleration in your life. Things that once demanded protracted periods will now hasten as God aligns everything swiftly in your favor. Isaiah 60:22 states, "The least of you will become 1,000, the smallest a mighty nation. I am the Lord, in its time, I will do this swiftly." This divine principle shifts time-tested paradigms through crystallization, impacting vibrant souls anointed continually. Timeliness hastens realization, undeniable strength. Recall Daniel, who transitioned overnight from facing peril to embracing elevation in the king's court. For you, dear chosen one, this is your season of rapid advancement. The seeds sown loyally through prayer and acts of service are now ready to flourish within short time frames. God is bringing plans to fruition, enabling your life to experience divine expedience which translates thoughtful anticipation onwards, life remarkably marked, gentleness materializing exceptional values optimistically resurrected. Turn your thoughts toward innate peace manifested amid surrounding chaos and tumultuous circumstances. You've discovered serenity in times that would rattle the unprepared. Philippians 4:7 assures, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This divine peace isn't contingent on worldly stability. It stems from God's immutable presence. It's an exceptional calm anchoring your heart amidst upheaval, guaranteeing divine security wherever you tread. Just as Jesus rested amid stormy sea exchanges, so can you hold a deep-seated tranquility despite swirling chaos, confident in who controls destiny. This peace disarms adversarial schemes, robbing them of power while delivering solace through continued grace. Shared lives amid tumultuous efforts celebrated eternal prosperity regardless. Let's address the authority invested in you as God's chosen. Your inheritance is not mere power, it is divine authority. His assurance in Luke 10:19, "I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you," grants a steadfast assurance positing unwavering certainty, embracing divinely framed assurance reflecting personally safeguarded elegance embraced through grace inflicted effortlessly transcending human conjecture. Consider Elisha's rain weekends exemplifying miraculous elements, culminating invocations-enabled divinely precinct-announced electrices, particularly poised, receptively sovereign patriarch, comfortably, fortification proclaimed until benign fulfillment, persistently honored, sustained compressed subsumption, approaching yours, chosen one. As God opens doors and orchestrates life's aspects, prepare for harvest. One burgeoning from persistent love, prayer, and confident action. Galatians 6:9 encourages unwavering dedication. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Through perseverance, blessings span financial abundance, relational wellness, divine purpose actualized, all rooted in faith's energetic urgency, synthesized yielding glorious expansive joy. You labored in faith as a farmer sows reliant upon seasonal rains he cannot control, steadfastly patient amid life's desert turmoil, envisioning streams of divine fruition eventually arriving. Rain falls inevitably revealing vibrant spiritual crops across entire landscapes, exuding bountiful innovation. Embrace your expanse of vision, an expansive outlook uniquely set before you, surpassing earthly confines, birthed from divine revelation. Habakkuk 2 emphasizes, "Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false." Your vision encompasses divine awe, striving beyond human limitation toward reverberating effects, touching destinies indefinitely. Recognize Joseph's foresight, grounded, profoundly pursued, dimensional promise ultimately fulfilled. Adversity, strengthening the connection, unfolding providence through unwavering reliance, reaching purposes consistently enabled, deeper intrinsically balanced rewards, collaboratively aligned, revelation, reflexively enthusiastic proficiency, integrative representative subduction. Withstand eternally crafted heritage, recognized configuration, manifold, dependability, exceeded comparison. Perpetually echoed afforded remarkable perspectives, imbued adherence alongside pronounced unmitigated resembling divine adjacency, regenerative, collaborative, circulatory engagement. Turn inward to your sense of community, the individuals divinely appointed to walk this journey alongside you. You are not solitary, dear chosen one. God surrounds you with people who perceive your light, honor your mission, and amplify your influence. Ecclesiastes 4:12 teaches us, though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. God weaves connections through a divine tapestry, uniting you with fellow travelers on this sacred path, those who wholeheartedly support and uplift you in all circumstances. Reflect upon the early disciples, whose strength and unity stemmed not only from following Jesus, but also from supporting each other, thus transforming the world collectively. You, chosen one, are part of such a divine family. Trust these spiritual connections God is nurturing, for together you form an unbreakable alliance that can achieve more than any individual effort can muster. Your community exemplifies God's grand design, reflecting love's depths and united strength as a formidable force for divine destiny. Pause now to relish the emergent joy that naturally arises through God's presence, transcending situational influences. Psalm 16:11 tells us, "You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand." This joy provides you with essential fortitude, elevating your heart through trials, steadying your resolve amidst challenges, and anchoring your soul firmly within God's promises. Recall Paul and Silas singing joyfully in the prison's depths. While others saw bindings, they perceived freedom and illumination emanating from God. You, dear chosen one, embody this resilient joy, a profound exuberance that defies all logic, inspiring through darkness and brightening the world. Allow this joy to radiate, shaping hearts and infusing hope wherever your journey leads. This joy is bestowed upon you as both weapon and gift, a testament to God's enduring love. Let's touch upon the immense resilience you possess, emerging triumphant from the crucible of adversity. Isaiah 40:31 acknowledges this, stating, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Such resilience seen in you has survived fiery trials, storms, and valleys, to not just remain, but ascend. Reflect on Job, whose life unfolded harrowing losses, yet faith resided unyielding, becoming divinely restored beyond measure. Every difficulty shaped and nurtured your purpose, evolving strength unmistakably emanating resilience that dazzles, exclaiming indomitable testimony of God's promise as restoration commences, cascading multiplier blessings throughout life's fabric. Recognize your destiny. Acknowledging it transcends mere existence, embracing authority and influence within God's dominion. Revelation 5:10 reveals, "You have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our God, and they will reign on the earth." This underscores inherent leadership conferred upon you, infusing purpose beyond limitation into creation, extensive ventures, ensuring loving dominion. Take inspiration from Queen Esther's ascent into her providential role, designed to salvage her people. Though initially detached from regal influence, God intended her eventual monarchical prominence. Similarly, your domain may not involve literal thrones, yet its substantiality and divine orchestration remain its veritable encounter, assuming progressive destiny imaginably ascended. Graciously embrace this elevated calling, engaging transformative influence through inspired testimony, ensuring life's aligned continuance. Warily observe adversarial diminishment when viewing your progress, unscrupulous interpretation naturally intonating opposition. Know that obstacles acknowledge your significant rise, bearing proof of valid intent. John 8:36 proclaims freedom fundamentally achieved, blessing imposed, so if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. Here lies your assurance, beloved, known unencumbered, joyfully contributing dynamically with authenticity, unrepressed liberations. Think of the Samaritan woman encountering Jesus, her life initially shrouded in shame, transformed radically after experiencing divine freedom. Her liberation ignited generational brushes with divine grace, birthing renewal throughout community thriving amidst forgiveness. You, dear chosen one, embody the same realized freedom, evoking liberation threads inspiring communal corrections, capturing freedom accessible to all willing collaborative participation, foreshadowing God's inspired creativity, graceful, often anticipated prompts, numerically sustained appeal, recognizing freedom's dimension, admired features, realized supportive communities maintaining joyful tranquility. Let us delve into the freedom which now empowers your voyage forward. You are unbound, no longer shackled by past transgressions, fears, or misleading falsehoods. John 8:36 liberates, "So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." This profound freedom confirms your release, dear chosen one, liberating you to dream limitlessly, love boundlessly, and elevate without restraint. Chains of guilt, shame, and doubt once binding your spirit now lie scattered, powerless to reclaim their grip. God has untethered you, and your spirit soars. This liberty is not solely personal, but extended to all those you encounter, prompting a ripple of freedom wherever you tread. think of the woman at the well who, once burdened by life's shame, through Jesus found salvation and a renewed community influence. In her freedom, she defied prior constraints and catalyzed community revival. As an embodiment of divine freedom, you inspire similarly transformative change, offering hope and liberation to others caught in their bonds. Walk confidently in this newfound freedom as your life becomes a living testament to God's redemptive strength. Let this freedom be a signpost, guiding others to the same liberating truth and lighting the path toward God's recasting of life's narratives. Less encapsulated by human fear, you forge paths in sacred security, and through each step, trusted revelation emerges, presented as divine choreography masterfully crafted by unseen heavenly hands. Your heart blossoms under God's healing touch. Every scar, wound, and burden is lovingly tended, leaving your heart whole, a vessel of love overflowing. Psalm 147:3 says, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." Your heart's transformation inspires those around you, offering solace and emanating divine compassion and mercy. Recall Mary Magdalene, from ensnared by darkness to becoming a luminous disciple bearing witness to Christ's resurrection. Her profound transformation touched all she encountered. In likeness, your heart is now reflective of God's redemptive love, a testament not just contained within you, but spread through every interaction. Step joyfully into your ordained future, secure in God's glorious story written on your life. Jeremiah 29:11 assures, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you." Every page forms a narrative filled with divine hope, purpose, and lasting glory beyond what eyes perceive. Envision Joshua's ascent to leadership, guided into the land God promised his people. Despite initially being incomprehensible, God's declaration to be strong and courageous affirmed his constant presence and unwavering support. You step into this promised destiny, where purpose becomes your dwelling and destiny your pathway. Be resolute and courageous, for God accompanies you, molding your future in heavenly forethought. Embrace your unyielding courage born from divine inscribing. Joshua 1:9 commands, "Be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Built not on individual ability but God's enduring presence, every step you take is emboldened by God's companionship. Think of Gideon, concealed within his precinct yet summoned forth as leader of divine fortitude. His resolve radiated not from personal prowess but from God's assurance, guiding him victoriously despite initial apprehensions. You, cherished chosen one, are similarly summoned to conquer with bravery, invigorated by God's call, advancing into victories and triumphs awaiting fulfillment. Let your daily walk validate divine manifestation, courage enabling outstanding fulfillment, trusting God while navigating dreams diversified in pathways. As you move forward in divine alignment, know that God orchestrates your steps purposefully. Psalm 37:23 reveals, "The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him." With each decision and action synchronized into heavenly design, your journey unfolds with certainty. Trust in this alignment, assuring pathways directed by divine wisdom, cultivate lives extending beyond mere happenstance, articulating resonance within God-sustained direction, inviting profound accompaniment. Now, contemplate your expansive influence. Your presence magnifies God's glory, a beacon transforming hearts and minds as you declare His praises. 1 Peter 2:9 promises you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, God's special possession, representing the light emerging from divine love. You, like Mother Teresa, possess a faith-fueled purpose. Her quiet influence, absent of earthly privilege, initiated immeasurable change, compelling waves unmatched by traditional means. Such is your story, resplendent impact entwined not with worldly resources but reverberating divine calling, Echo, stratified, joyfully comprehensive. Extend assurance. You are free. A liberty established through God's truth transcends all worldly understanding. Amen, dear chosen one. May His assurance envelop and empower you eternally.